Hello everybody, welcome to my channel and to today's video, which by the title of it is creating a look and giving you my first impressions of the products that we received in the Tribe December beauty box. If you don't know about the Tribe beauty box, I will link that video, that unboxing video, up here for you now, so go and check that out and then you'll know what products we're going to be using. First of all, I have off camera got my base ready, and I've also swatched. There we go. So there's all the shades of the eyeshadow palette swatched out on the arm for you. The one thing I will say straight away is you've definitely got two distinct shimmers here. There are what appear to be three satin shades. You've got one here, this gold one here, and then this purpley one here, and the rest are all mattes. Not exactly my colour scheme, but I do think it is really pretty. I'm going to get my headband on, I'm going to get my eyes prepped. Okay, I'm back, I'm all prepped and ready to go. The first shade we're going to go into today is this lovely pale shade here called Rosa, and I'm going to pop this all in my crease. I'm going to be using this shader brush from the Cleona brush set that we also received in the Tribe beauty box. So let's go for it. Let's see how this picks up. Ooh, picking up very nicely on the brush. When I swatched these out, I did find that the mattes were not overly dry. They were quite nice, and the only one that actually brought up a little bit of kick up in the pan was the dark purple matte called Fearless. So that was a good, very good first impression, I have to say. Here we go. So just patting down like normal, and then I'm going to open the eye and try and blend that out a little bit. I have already used the large powder brush that we got in this set of 5 Cleona brushes to apply, well, it's a darker matte powder foundation that I use for my contouring, and I have to say it was really very nice. However, after I'd used it, I did seem to get a little bit of irritation on my skin. That might just be because it's a new brush, and obviously it might have some manufacturing chemicals on it or something, I don't know. But my face was a little, it was starting to just irritate and not burn as such, but get a little bit tingly. So I did go in and spray my Cocoa Carmine face mist from the Body Shop, and as soon as I did that, it was absolutely fine. So I don't think I went in too heavily handed. I mean, the brushes do feel nice. This one is a very dense brush, which is perfect for packing the shadows on, but I do have to say it does seem to be catching a little bit on my skin and my eyelids. I'm not sure if that's the primer that it's catching on, which is of course my NYX Proof It waterproof primer. But look at the way those shadows are applying. This is, I have to say, I'm very impressed. Look at the payoff. Look at how well those are going on. Beautifully, absolutely beautifully. Next I'm going to go in with the blending brush, and I'm going to pick up the lightest matte shade here called Heavenly, and I'm going to go in and just go above the crease and blend that line out a small amount. There we go, just keep that underneath the brow line, or the brow bone I should say. Now this brush is quite a large brush, a little bit large for my eyes, but we can make it work, we'll get there. Let's see if they're going to blend very well. They don't particularly seem to want to at the moment, but again, that might be because of the eyeshadow primer, because the NYX Proof It one is quite a tacky primer, which I personally, that's what I like. It's what I look for in a primer, but perhaps with these shadows it would be better using them going in a little bit like you would the Anastasia Beverly Hills Subculture palette, and going in with a powdery, dry base on the eyelid rather than a tacky one. But this is a first impression video, so this is what we learn when we try the products out for the first time. What's the best way to use them? How do they work best? So it's something to try out for next time. Like I say, having a little bit of difficulty with this brush just because it is a little bit too big for my eyes. I might, and yet when I was just about to say I might resort to using it as like a highlighter brush, but then again I sort of felt when I looked at it, I felt it was a bit small for that, so interesting, we shall see. There we go, a little bit of work on there, but not too much buffing out required to get those to blend quite nicely. There we go. Next step, we are going to use, oh I love these style of brushes, quite a flat, dense brush, and I'm going to show you today how to do what's called a halo eye. And a halo eye is basically you put the same colour, normally you would put a darker colour on the outer corner and a lighter colour on your inner corner of your lower lid. But with a halo eye, you are literally creating a halo, a circle. So we're going to be putting the same shadow on the outer corner and on the inner corner. And then the gap in the middle is where we're going to put a shimmer. You'll see what I mean when we get to it. So the next colour we're going to use is this beautiful coral colour here called Butterfly. I know this is upside down, the palette's upside down, but I don't want to blind you with the mirror. So I'm going to just pick it up. So if I can just get it in shot, there we go, the right way around. And I am just gently pressing into the pans and they're picking up in these brushes brilliantly. We'll tap off the excess and we'll go into this outer corner. There we go. So I'm keeping this, or trying to keep this below the crease line. Very gently patting it on, and I'm coming around about a third of the way in, and then I'm going to very, very gently try and just blend that in a little bit, get it into the crease. There we go. Oh, that colour that really is a lovely, lovely colour, I have to say. Beautiful orangey corally colour. Now that's nice. I might not be a pinky girl, but actually sort of orangey colours I absolutely adore. So that is super. There we go, come across a little bit more. There we go. Okay, so that's the outer corner done. And now we're going to go into the inner corner. This might be a little more difficult because it is quite a large brush, but just go in with a very, very light touch and just be very gentle and up into that crease from that inner corner, very, very gently going up. There we go. And again, don't forget to leave that gap in the middle. Yeah, you don't, we're not connecting the shadows up at all. There we go. So although it looks a little strange at the moment, don't worry, it'll all tie together in the end. There we go. Yeah, can you see what I mean about creating that halo and leaving that gap in the middle? I'm just going to do the other side. So outer corner, there we go, into that crease line. And bring it in. I'm just looking now, I might go back in with that first shade in a minute as well, because I seem to have lost it ever so slightly in the blending out process. Often happens, don't worry about it, it's fixable, not a problem at all. There we go, and just a bit more blending out with that one. Into the inner corner, and again very, very gently patting that on up into the crease and then bringing it across. Like I say, this brush is a little big for going into this inner corner with my teeny weeny little eyes, but we can always make it work, not a problem at all. There we go. Just a little more on there. Do want this to be quite vivid on this outer corner. So a little more work, there we go. Yeah, right, let's go in with that first rosa shade and just go back in to define that crease colour up a little bit. There we go. It's a lovely cool tone, sort of dusky pink. Really, really nice. Really nice. There we go. Just brought that back ever so slightly. Bring it down into there a little more as well. Seem to have missed that bit. There we go. And this side. And just remember, everybody, just, you know, if you do find that you think, oh heck, where's that colour gone? Just go back in a little touch more. Build it up to the intensity that you're wanting. If you want it to be softer and, you know, excellent, that's absolutely fine. Not a problem at all. I'm sure you're all aware by now, I like my colours a little bit more vibrant. So we'll just bring that up to the brow bone a little. I often find I have to do this on this eye because, you know, our eyes are not equal. So there we go. And for the middle, we're not going to be using that brush. We're going to use that one in a moment. I'm going to pick up one of my small brushes. Yes, this one should be fine. And we are going to be using this beautiful shimmer shade here called Angelic. It's absolutely stunning. I am going to spray the brush after I've loaded it up. Sorry, I'm just getting my face spray because I really don't want to risk any fallout. And it's not picking up on that brush very well at all. Let's swap brushes. Let's go for something a little denser. Is that working better? Now these shimmers are very, very soft. Very soft. In fact, literally I can see them moving in the pan, which is really weird. I don't think I've ever had that before. Now this might be, they're almost like a cream in a way. This might be something that I'm not going to like because I just by the way it's moved around in the pan, these might be better applied with the finger. That is not something I'm going to do. So if you've got this palette, let me know. I don't like popping shadows on with my finger. So, I mean, I wasn't pressing too heavily into the pan either, but the shadow really was moving around. Like I say, it was almost more like a cream, and yet when I swatched it, I didn't get that impression at all, so that's really interesting. So I've sprayed my brush, and I'm just trying to pick up, and we're literally dabbing this on to the very, very centre of the eyelid. Now it's sprayed out a little bit more than I wanted to. Never mind. There we go. And I have to say again, this is swatched out completely differently to how it's applying on the eye. You could really see the pink base on the swatch on my arm. Now it's on the eye, all you're really getting is the gold, which isn't a problem. That's not a problem at all. There we go. So you're literally keeping that shimmer right in the middle. Let's go in onto the other eye and see what happens here. There we go. I'm patting it on and then sort of trying to blend it ever so slightly. And it literally is, you just dabbing it right in the middle. And I'm already wondering, you see again, when I've just felt some fallout. When I swatched it on my arm, because it's swatched out so opaquely, I thought, oh, fantastic. I'm not going to need a shadow underneath. Now I'm actually applying it to the eye. I'm thinking, yeah, I probably could have gone all over with that butterfly, that corally shade, and then literally used this as like a topper. So really, sometimes the difference in the way shadows work when they're swatched as opposed to actually performing on the eye can be completely different. There we go. So I think we're about there with that. Let's have a look. I'm definitely going to have to play around a little bit more with this palette, but I think we're about there. Okay, what do we think? A bit different. For underneath the eyes, I am now going to use the angled liner brush, and I am going to go, it's no surprise, is it? Let's face it. But I'm going to go in, first of all, with Fearless, this dark purple matte, and I'm going to go run that all the way underneath. So we'll stamp it down first. Oh wow, look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, look at this colour. Wow. Oh, that is lovely. I really like this colour. It's definitely a me colour, I have to say. So we're going to run that under there and just come up there ever so slightly with it as well. Pick up a little more. Again, I am hardly touching the brush into the pan and picking up on the brush fabulously, absolutely brilliantly, and applying, I mean, the payoff, I'm sure you can see the payoff is immediate. So these really are fantastically pigmented shadows, I have to say. From that point of view, I've been very impressed. The shimmer I've used at the moment a little bit deceiving. Like I say, it's ended up going on the eye quite differently to how it's swatched out, but that's okay. You learn and you take note and you try a different technique next time. That's what you do. We all have to learn. You can't know exactly how to use a product straight away first time. Some products you might have to use 3 or 4 times before you get the knack of it. But again, it's that keeping going, not giving in, not giving up. There we go. So just use that to create a bit of a wing. There we are. Lovely. And now I'm going to pick up that, I was going to say I'm going to pick up this big blending brush again, but that is rather large. So I'm going to see if I've got a smaller blending brush in my collection. I should have somewhere. Where are you? Nope, nope, nope. Ah, there you are. Found it. And I'm going to go in and smoke that out now with this pinkier shade down here called Superwoman. There we go. So just pick up a little bit of that, literally right on the end of the brush, and just starting from that outer edge, keeping it as close to the lash line as possible. There we go. Sort of gently sort of mixing the two, I suppose. There we go. And bring that in a little. And what are we going to use for the inner corner today? Good question. Oh, got an eyelash falling out there. Good question. Not quite sure. I think it's going to have to be the gold sort of satin shade that's in the palette. Probably, I think that's about the only choice I've got. I will say that's the only thing with this palette. There isn't a lot of sort of choices for your inner corner. You've literally got the really, really pale Heavenly shade that I use to blend out my crease colour with, or you've got, let me show you, this gold satin here called Flawless. So I think that's the one we're going to use today. I'm just going to find a little brush. Here we go. Let's see how this picks up. Might have to spray this, in fact I will. Oh, no, spray the brush, not the arm. Go. And oh, that's quite nice. That really is quite nice, actually. It's sort of I don't know what you call it, sort of a matte gold. It's not a bright shiny gold. Yeah, I like that. I like that. I didn't really want anything sort of too bright and stark in the inner corner. Yes, I like that. Give that another spray. I've just loaded it up again. Go in the other side. Onto the tear duct and then up a little, and across a little. There we go. Okay, right, so that's the eyes done for the time being. I'm going to go and have a look, choose an eyeliner, pop the eyeliner on, pop the mascara on, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to do blusher and highlighter. Be right back. Hello everybody, here we are. This is the completed look apart from the highlighter. I'm going to put that on camera for you. So in my waterline I decided to go for a pop of colour because I just can't help myself. So I used my NYX waterproof Glide On, what is it, the Slide On Glide On eyeliner, Extreme Shine eyeliner, and I always forget this is in the shade Azure, and went with just a black eyeliner on my top lid today. Used my NYX Skinny Marker I haven't been totally impressed with this, I have to say. It's great for getting a lovely fine line, but I do find that the colour is just, it's not black. It almost goes on like a grey. It's really bizarre. You have to keep going over and it kind of dries out. So I've only used it a few times and I'm not overly impressed, but I thought I would give it another go. NYX on the Rise mascara as per normal, and what I did do, I was going to lean in and shut my eyes now. What I did do was, when I went to put the mascara and everything on, I just thought that the middle shimmer seemed to have worn off, which was like weird because it'd only been a few minutes. So I did go back in with my NYX glitter glue and popped some of that on, and then went back over with the shimmer. So I think it's made it a little more intense. What do you think? Blusher today, I've gone for a Body Shop one. Don't know whether you can still get this. It's all-in-one cheek, was it cheek colour, and it's in the shade Flushed. It's a beautiful pinky colour with some very, very fine gold reflex in there. I absolutely love this, but like I say, I have had it a long time, so I don't know if you can still get it. And I did use the Gerard Cosmetics bullet lipstick that we got in the Tribe Beauty box in the shade, is it Blue Moon? No, Mystic Moon, and actually blends in and matches perfectly with my Beach lip liner from the Body Shop. So without further ado, I'm going to get my highlighter brush, and we are going to give this duochrome highlighter from Makeup Geek a go. Again, this is in the shade Psychedelic, and it's what we got in the Tribe box. Now, I am a little not quite sure how this is going to go, so I'm just picking up a very, very small amount. Are you ready for this? Let's give it a go. Let's see how it goes on. There we go. I'm just going to pat it on gently. Oh, actually, it's not as intense. Oh, it is. I was just about to say it's not as intense as I first thought. It's quite deceptive as well, because mind you, that might be the duochrome. In the pan, it's very, very white with sort of gold reflex, and then you get it on and you can see the gold reflex, but it's got a pinky base to it as well. Can we see that? I'm not sure if the ring light might be a bit bright. We'll pop it on the other side and we'll let you have a look. So just pat it on and then sweep it up. I do like these slanted angle sort of blusher brushes for doing this. They seem to be just the right shape and size for me. There we go. What do we think? What do we think to that highlight, everybody? I think my ring light might be a little bright. Let me just turn it down just a touch. That bit better? Can we see that? What do we think? Let me know in the comments. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and if you're not already, please subscribe down below. If you'd like to check out another couple of videos that I've done, I'll link them up there for you. See you soon, everybody. Bye.